What's up everyone, Josh here. Well, today I kind of have some bad news for you guys. You know, it's not always happy news sometimes here at the rescue. Well, today's a sad one. So let's go find out what happened. So, you know, running this fish rescue and doing all this and keeping your pets for years and years and years, well, you know, the time comes that they don't always live forever and you have to put some of them to rest sometimes. Well, we ended up losing one of our longtime friends here. He was a big beast and a little bit of a color morph. So it's very, very saddening to announce this. But we have lost our big snow white silver arowana. So you guys can see on the top of them, that's what a normal silver arrow looks like. And on the side, you can see it's just what they call snow white. So he's got a very good coloration on him. You know, some might mistake him for a lower quality platinum, but it's not really what he is. So the best justification for him would be a snow white. But he was living in this 4400. We've had him in this tank for, God, we had him at the old house. So he's been in this tank alone for, gotta say, over 12 years. So that's a fish we've had for a very, very long time. I will end up pulling him out and getting a measurement on him and letting you guys see him outside of the tank. But it was his time to go. Just last week, I noticed that he was actually down on the bottom and he would only come up for feeding time. And right then and there, I knew that was the wrong behavior for an arowana. So I knew something was up with him. And I looked over at my dad and said, it's probably going to be his time to go soon. And you guys remember, even in my dad's last video, you guys remember Reaper reached in and caught him with ease. Well, that's not how arowanas are supposed to act either. So that was another sign that he was going to pass soon. Well, today we walked out and he's just sitting there tail up and he is gone. So let me go ahead and get him out of the tank. All right, so here is this guy out of the tank. So now you can see a little bit more of what I was talking about. You see where his scales go from the normal silver arowana color to this bright white pigment on here. He's not exactly platinum because, you know, he's not fully white. He's still got normal coloring up here. So he's definitely a type of color morph, but there, now you can see, there goes my hand next to just hit his face. You guys can see how long he is. I stuck a tape on him and he was 35.5 inches long. At his widest, he was 9.5 inches tall. So definitely a big old fish. Now we gotta go bury him in the backyard.
Okay, Josh is grabbing the net to grab the female stingray, but in the meantime, you can see that the audio is much better, so he's not using them new mics no more. He's just back to his phone audio. In other words, if I talk, you'll be able to hear, but if he talks, he's going to be really quiet over there. He was trying to use the external mics, which I use on my camera, and everyone loves on my audio. We'll get him a new pair, and it'll work better. And there's just something wrong with this set he's got. Careful. Oh, against the wall. There you go.
You know who you're talking to.
He says, you know who you're talking to.
She's going to be a heavy one. You can see I'm moving her in the water, so it's not putting pressure on her until I absolutely have to. All right.
Then she's going to cup and hold a bunch of water.
Yep.
There he goes. He empties some of the water. And you're going in the 3,000 with her?
Yep. And I'll explain why the tank's empty here in just a minute. Okay. So we've been using our 3,000 and a few other tanks as a holding facility for the rays. because they're just being relentless in that pond. So they're coming in here and healing up. But what happened here is they come in here, a bunch of, you know, bioload was put on this tank here. So we took a bunch of the catfish out, put them in the monster pond. We left what we absolutely have to in here. And now I went through and I cleaned this filter. And now we're cleaning this cartridge filter that's usually in that back corner. If you walk out here, this guy's a System 3 Stay Right, one of the same cartridges we have on the monster pond. Does an amazing job, but it's been so clogged with stingray poo and pacu and just food. So now we're draining the 3000 because I didn't insert a shutoff valve on this. So we got to drain the tank, take this apart, clean the cartridge.
So you have to drain the tank at least below this level.
Yep.
So that you can open this up without it keep running out.
Yep.
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and clean that so we can get some of the bioload and be able to filter that water with these new bioloaded stingrays on it.
Awesome.
So you guys just seen us move that stingray in, and you've seen a little glimpse of my dad's video that just went out, the one of us cleaning the filter. But you guys think this tank is clean? And yes, this looks like a very clean, clear tank, but this is not up to our standards. There's actually a filter that's not running right now. We're waiting on a hose to come in to be able to get the pump back on it, and this tank will be even more sparkling. But what our water normally looks like is this tank down here. After we clean that filter, you can just see the fish look like they're floating in there. And oh my goodness, it is sparkling crystal clear. The sparkles, the bubbles sparkle, that's what I was trying to say. But there goes that Ray right there, the one with all the spots. She is not being stressed out no more. She was starting to float at the top of the pond out there. We're starting to have a lot of trouble. There's some males in that pond that are just relentless, and they're just overbreeding these females. So every single one in here is a female, and they were getting messed up. Now they're coming in this 3000 and healing up until they can get back to rods. So I could, you know, probably go out here and pull the males out of this pond, but I don't exactly know which male it is causing the problems. All right, so yeah, a little bit of a sad video today, but that's all right. You know, it happens. It's a part of the hobby. But just want to bring up a little point here that a lot of fish in this 4400 are actually very old. So we're just going to come out and they're going to be dead on the bottom of the tank here soon. That Niger cat has been with us forever. He's getting old. Schwarzenegger's getting old. A couple of these Liarius cats are getting old. Them Oscars, they're way past due. They're getting old. We got Heisenberg. He's getting up there in age. So, you know, we're just gonna come out and they're gonna be gone, and it's something we got to deal with, and then we just keep on doing what we're doing, and we keep replenishing with new rescues and whatnot. So new guys will be able to come in the 4400 and live out their lives. Like this guy here, we rescued him. We absolutely love him. So he's going to live out his life in here with the good majority of the rest of these guys. A couple of them might get bumped up to the monster pond. And good majority of these guys here, we're going to come out. And I don't know, actually I do know how old Betty is. I don't know how old Charlie. We got an idea on Paco as well, but they're getting up there in age. You know, I don't know how much longer Miss Betty here has, but you know, it's gonna be a sad day. Your mascots go, you know. We had Pittsburgh here for only a couple years before he decided it was his time to go. So it's inevitable, and we just have to deal with it. On to another subject. If you guys watched the video from Predatory Fins, you guys know that Rod had lost his large arapaima. So he no longer has an arapaima. Mr. Brutus here is at that 6 foot mark. He's getting pretty big. But we had a friend that was trying to get rid of his arapaima. I did offer him to Rod, but he's working on something special over there. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag, so I'll let him tell you guys that, but we did at least try to offer him an arapaima. So let's not flood the comments like we have been doing. You know, whenever we have friends and, you know, they lose things, if we can help them out, you know, we absolutely will. And who knows, maybe when he comes up here to get the stingrays, he'll be able to take some monsters back home with him as well. So we will definitely see about that, but that is coming up here very, very soon. I'm just going to leave you guys with one last little bit here. You know, we're always doing extra things here at Ohio Fish Rescue, and I always leave you with a little bit of a teaser. So up here this weekend, you guys will finally figure out what's going up here, what's going to come of it. It's going to be awesome. Of course, we are adding to the paradise of OFR here, so it'll look sweet, but it's going to take a lot and a lot of work. So got to get a few friends over here this weekend to make it happen. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will catch you in the next one. As always, stay fishy, my friends.